Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. Today we're going to talk about one of the most overlooked, affordable, and powerful foods that can literally reverse muscle loss and fight off sarcopenia, that age-related condition where your muscles weaken and shrink as the years go by. Now, I know everyone's been talking about chia seeds lately, and yes, they're healthy. Forget chia seeds, because today we're talking about a food so powerful, so biologically intelligent, that scientists are calling it a hidden weapon against muscle loss and aging, a food your grandparents ate almost every day, but our modern world somehow forgot. Lentils. The humble lentil, one of the most nutrient-dense, muscle-preserving, and longevity-boosting foods ever discovered. Most people see them as poor man's protein, but research now shows something shocking. Lentils don't just feed your body, they reprogram it, they trigger cellular growth, ignite muscle synthesis, and protect your tissues from the silent disease that steals strength from millions of adults over 50, sarcopenia. After the age of 40, your body begins to betray you quietly. Every decade, you lose up to 5% of your total muscle mass, your metabolism slows, your strength fades, climbing stairs starts to feel like lifting weights. What was once effortless, standing from a chair, lifting groceries, or walking fast, begins to demand energy you no longer have. Scientists call this related muscle atrophy. But in truth, it's not just aging. It's nutritional starvation on a cellular level. It's what happens when your muscles stop receiving the right amino acids, the very building blocks of life itself. And that's where lentils step in. One single cup of cooked lentils gives you nearly 18 grams of clean, plant-based protein. But what makes them a scientific marvel isn't just the amount, it's the quality of that protein. Lentils are rich in 3 amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, collectively known as the branched-chain amino acids, or BCAAs, and among these, leucine is the king, because leucine isn't just another nutrient, it's a molecular signal. When it enters your bloodstream, it flips a biological switch called mTOR, the muscle-building switch of your body. When mTOR is activated, your cells receive a direct order, build, repair, and regenerate muscle tissue. It's the same pathway that elite athletes and bodybuilders rely on, but lentils do it naturally, safely, and gently, without powders, without pills, and without synthetic additives. A 2020 review published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that older adults who increased leucine-rich plant proteins in their diet experienced significant gains in lean body mass, even without intense exercise. Now imagine what this means for someone who's 60, 70, or even 80 years old. For someone who's been told muscle loss is inevitable. For someone who's watched their legs weaken, their posture bend, and their energy fade. One simple, ancient food has the potential to reverse that decline, to rebuild what time has taken away. And lentils don't stop at protein. They carry a biochemical synergy that supports every process involved in muscle function. Their iron content increases oxygen delivery to your tissues, ensuring every muscle fiber gets the fuel it needs. Their magnesium enhances the connection between nerves and muscles, allowing smoother, stronger contractions. Their potassium regulates cellular hydration, preventing cramps and fatigue. And their resistant starch feeds your gut microbiome, the vast colony of bacteria that influences everything from inflammation to nutrient absorption. When your gut is healthy, your body absorbs amino acids more efficiently, meaning every bite of lentils becomes a direct investment in your strength, balance, and resilience. Compare that to chia seeds, which everyone praises as the ultimate superfood. Yes, they contain omega-3 as in fiber, but when it comes to rebuilding muscle, chia doesn't even come close. A single serving of chia offers only about 4 grams of protein and less than 0.1 grams of leucine, far below the 2.5 grams needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis. You could eat an entire bag of chia seeds and still fail to reach the muscle, rebuilding threshold your body needs. That's why so many older adults trying to eat healthy still lose strength year after year. They're fueling their bodies with trendy foods that sound good on paper but don't activate the biology of muscle repair. Lentils do. And here's something truly remarkable. Lentils contain compounds that protect your mitochondria, the energy factories inside your cells. These mitochondria are what keep your muscles alive, contracting and burning fat. As we age, they become damaged by oxidative stress and inflammation. But lentils are rich in polyphenols, natural antioxidants that neutralize these free radicals. In fact, a 2019 study in the Journal of Food Biochemistry revealed that lentil polyphenols not only improved mitochondrial efficiency, but also reduced markers of inflammation by up to 40%. That means lentils don't just build muscle, they create the perfect internal environment for your muscles to thrive. Let's talk reality. Most people over 60 aren't getting enough protein, let alone high-quality protein. Many rely on toast for breakfast, soup for lunch, and something light for dinner. That's barely 40-50 grams of protein a day, far below the recommended 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight that researchers now say is necessary to preserve muscle. But with just 1 cup of lentils added to your daily routine, maybe in a soup, a salad, or even a lentil stew, you can bridge that gap instantly. One small, affordable choice that can change the trajectory of your health. And this is not theory. Studies from Tufts University, Harvard, and the University of Toronto all show the same pattern. People who consume legumes like lentils regularly maintain better muscle density, lower body fat, and stronger bones. Even more surprising, these benefits appear independent of exercise level. That means even if you can't hit the gym, even if you simply walk or move around the house, lentils can help your muscles rebuild. Now imagine this, you're in your 70s. You wake up one morning, bend to tie your shoes, and realize your knees don't ache like they used to. You walk up the stairs without holding the railing. You lift your grandchild without fear of losing balance. That's not magic. That's biology responding to nourishment. Your muscles are listening to every bite, every amino acid, every molecule of leucine telling them grow again. Most people search for expensive supplements, exotic powders, and miracle diets. But the truth is, the most powerful solutions are often the simplest. Lentils cost pennies per serving. They're shelf-stable, sustainable, and incredibly versatile. You can cook them in 20 minutes, mix them with herbs, vegetables, or olive oil, and you have a complete, healing, muscle-boosting meal right in front of you. So the next time you reach for chia seeds or trendy superfoods, remember this, muscle doesn't care about trends, it cares about biology. And biology listens to amino acids, minerals, and energy balance. Lentils provide all of it in perfect harmony. This isn't just about food, it's about preserving independence, strength, and dignity as we age. Because when you lose muscle, you don't just lose power, you lose freedom, you lose confidence, you lose the ability to live life on your terms. But when you nourish your body with the right foods, when you rebuild from within, you send a different message: I'm not done yet. I'm still strong. I'm still alive. And sometimes that message begins with something as small, as humble, as ancient as a cup of lentils, the forgotten seed of strength. The food that builds muscle and kills sarcopenia, not in theory, but in living, breathing proof that the body is always capable of healing, rebuilding, and growing stronger, no matter how many years have passed. After the age of 40, something begins to happen deep inside the body that most people never notice until it's too late. Muscles, once firm and responsive, begin to shrink. Strength quietly slips away. Movements that used to feel effortless start to feel heavy. You're not sick, but you're not the same. Scientists have a name for this slow disappearance of muscle tissue: sarcopenia. It's not a symptom of old age, it's the engine of old age. It's the reason people lose mobility, balance, energy, and confidence as the years go by. But what if the truth is that this isn't a one-way decline? What if, at any age, you could reverse it, rebuild the muscle you thought was gone forever, and give your body a second chance to live strong again? Every decade after 40, the average person loses up to 5% of their muscle mass. By 60, that loss accelerates. By 70, many people have lost as much as 1/3 of their total muscle tissue. And it doesn't stop there. This loss isn't just about appearance, it's about survival. Muscle is not decoration, it's a vital organ. It stores amino acids that feed your immune system. It stabilizes blood sugar levels. It supports your bones. It keeps your metabolism alive. When muscle disappears, everything else begins to crumble. Blood sugar rises, inflammation spreads, fat accumulates, and even the brain begins to shrink. Sarcopenia doesn't just weaken your body, it speeds up aging from the inside out. Here's the shocking part: scientists now know that muscle loss is not inevitable. Your body never loses its ability to grow new muscle fibers, it simply stops receiving the right signals. And those signals can be reactivated at any age. The trigger lies in something called muscle protein synthesis. It's the biological process that takes amino acids from food and turns them into muscle tissue. Think of it as your body's internal construction team. The problem is, as we age, this team becomes less responsive. It needs louder instructions, stronger cues. And those cues come from two things: protein and resistance. In 2019, researchers from the University of Birmingham discovered that even men in their 70s were able to rebuild significant muscle mass when they consumed higher protein diets combined with light strength training. Their bodies weren't broken, they were simply underfed and understimulated. The moment they received enough of the right amino acids, particularly leucine, the master switch for muscle growth, their cells began producing new muscle proteins, just like in their youth. The body's potential for regeneration never disappears, it only goes dormant, waiting for someone to wake it up. But the tragedy is that most older adults never give their bodies that chance. Studies show that nearly 50% of people over 60 consume less protein than their body needs just to maintain balance. Many live on toast, tea, and small snacks, unaware that every meal without protein accelerates their muscle loss. It's slow starvation at a cellular level. And the consequences are visible: thin arms, weak legs, a stooped posture, and the devastating loss of independence. But this story doesn't have to end there, because every bite of high-quality protein, every small act of resistance, every day you choose to move and nourish your body, you are literally reversing time at the cellular level. Imagine your muscles as silent engines. For years, they've been idling, under-used, waiting for fuel. Then one day you feed them a protein-rich meal like a bowl of lentils or lean fish, and follow it with a set of simple bodyweight exercises. Instantly something awakens. Microscopic fibers tear and repair, amino acids rush into cells, and the mTOR pathway, a molecular signal for growth, flashes back to life. Within weeks, your balance improves. You start walking faster, Standing taller, breathing deeper, your body remembers how to be strong. One study from Tufts University followed adults in their 70s who increased their daily protein intake and added gentle strength exercises, nothing extreme, just lifting light weights and walking regularly. After 12 weeks, participants regained up to 15% of their lost muscle mass. Their insulin sensitivity improved. Their inflammation markers dropped. Their risk of falls decreased by nearly half. In other words, they weren't just getting stronger, they were getting younger on a cellular level. Muscle is more than tissue, it's a message. Every time you move your body, you send that message to your brain, your hormones, your heart: I am still here. I am still capable. That signal alone has the power to protect you from dozens of diseases. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic found that people with higher muscle mass had a 40% lower risk of death from all causes, regardless of body fat or weight. Why? Because muscle acts like a metabolic shield. It absorbs glucose before it turns into fat. It releases anti-inflammatory molecules called myokines that protect your brain and heart. And it keeps your immune system young. Here's something most people don't realize: losing muscle doesn't just make you weaker, it makes your mind slower. Studies from Harvard have shown that reduced muscle strength is directly linked to cognitive decline. That's because when you move your muscles, you increase blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients essential for memory and clarity. Exercise and nutrition aren't just for the body, they're medicine for the mind. The same leucine that builds muscle also supports neurotransmitter production, improving focus and mental resilience. So what's the solution? It's simpler than most people think. Start with one high-protein meal a day. That could be a cup of lentils, a piece of fish, some eggs, or tofu. Pair it with movement, something as simple as climbing stairs, lifting light weights, or walking briskly. You don't have to become an athlete. You just have to wake up the machinery your body already has. Because the truth is, your body is not aging as fast as your habits. Change your habits and your biology will follow. Muscle loss is reversible. It's not a sentence, it's a signal, a call to action. And if you're over 60, over 70, even over 80, it's not too late to answer that call. Your cells are still listening, your DNA still remembers how to rebuild. All it needs is the right input, the amino acids to fuel growth, and the movement to command it. Every rep, every meal, every day you make that choice, you're not just maintaining muscle, you're reclaiming your life. You're preventing falls, protecting your bones, and extending your independence. You're ensuring that when you wake up tomorrow, you can move freely, live fully, and hold on to the things that matter most. Because aging is not the loss of youth. It's the loss of nourishment, movement, and muscle. And you have the power to bring them all back. Sarcopenia is not destiny. It's a deficiency. Feed your muscles, and they will feed your strength, your brain, your heart, your hope. You are not too old. You are underfueled. You are not weak. You are undersignaled. Your body is waiting for your command to rebuild. And once those fibers begin to grow again, you'll realize something profound: you never lost your strength. It was waiting for you all along. One simple habit. That's all it takes to start reversing years of silent muscle decay, fatigue, and weakness that come with aging. Not a supplement, not an expensive powder, not an impossible workout routine, just one cup of lentils a day, a humble, ancient food that holds the secret to staying strong, balanced, and alive. It sounds almost too simple, but behind that simplicity lies some of the most extraordinary science ever discovered about aging, muscle health, and longevity. Every year after 40, your body begins losing muscle cells, a process so gradual most people don't notice until it's already stolen their mobility. One day you realize your legs feel heavier, your arms weaker, your endurance shorter. Scientists call this sarcopenia, and it affects over 200 million people worldwide. It's the hidden epidemic of aging. The World Health Organization calls it one of the leading causes of disability in older adults. But here's what almost nobody realizes: muscle loss isn't caused by age itself, it's caused by neglect. Neglect of movement, neglect of protein, neglect of one of the simplest, cheapest foods that nature ever gave us. Lentils may not look like much, tiny, earthy, easy to overlook, but when you eat one cup a day, something extraordinary begins to happen inside your body. Those lentils become fuel for regeneration. They provide 18 grams of clean, plant-based protein, the kind your body recognizes instantly. They're rich in leucine, the amino acid that flips on your body's muscle-building switch, known as the mTOR pathway. This isn't a wellness trend. This is biochemistry. When leucine levels rise in your bloodstream, your body receives a powerful message: rebuild muscle, repair tissue, get stronger. And lentils deliver that signal in the perfect natural ratio, without cholesterol, without additives, without the digestive strain that comes from animal-based protein. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that older adults who consumed higher amounts of leucine-rich plant protein gained more lean muscle mass, even without changing their exercise habits. Another study from Nutrients Journal showed that legume proteins like lentils improved muscle protein synthesis by up to 30% more efficiently than low leucine diets. This means every bowl of lentils you eat is like flipping a molecular switch that tells your body to reverse aging from within. But the power of lentils goes beyond muscle. They contain magnesium, iron, potassium, and zinc, minerals that keep your muscles contracting smoothly, your nerves firing correctly, and your blood oxygenated. They stabilize blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut that control nutrient absorption. A healthy gut means better digestion, stronger immunity, and improved mood, because your gut is directly linked to your brain through the vagus nerve. That's why people who eat more legumes report higher energy levels, less fatigue, and better sleep. Let's put this in perspective. A single cup of lentils costs less than $1, takes 20 minutes to cook, and can replace a 50 supplement stack. It can protect your body from the inside out, preserving the one thing that keeps you truly independent, your muscle. Yet most people skip it. They chase expensive powders, protein bars, and miracle diets while ignoring the most effective muscle-preserving food sitting quietly on their pantry shelf. Now imagine this, you're 65, you start eating 1 cup of lentils daily, maybe in soup, maybe in salad, maybe with rice. You don't change anything else. Within a few weeks, you notice your energy rising, your posture feels stronger, your digestion improves, you wake up more refreshed. What's happening isn't magic, it's metabolism. Your muscles are finally being fed what they've been craving for years. Amino acids flow into your cells, protein synthesis kicks in, and your body begins building again, fiber by fiber, cell by cell. Lentils don't just prevent weakness, they restore vitality. A 2021 study from the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who consumed at least 25 grams of plant protein daily, mostly from legumes, had significantly lower rates of sarcopenia and a 30% lower risk of falls. Another study from Tufts University showed that people who ate lentils and other legumes at least 4 times a week maintained better walking speed, balance, and grip strength than those who didn't. These are not minor details. Walking speed and grip strength are 2 of the strongest predictors of longevity. In other words, lentils don't just add years to your life, they add life to your years. But it's not just about the body. When you eat foods that strengthen you, something shifts psychologically. You start to feel capable again. You begin to trust your body instead of fearing it. You stop viewing aging as decline and start seeing it as evolution. You realize that your health is not slipping away, it's waiting for you to reclaim it. And it begins with a simple, daily ritual that costs less than your morning coffee. Here's the fascinating part, lentils work best when paired with small acts of movement. The amino acids from lentils provide the raw material for muscle growth, while even light resistance exercise like walking, stretching, or lifting a water bottle sends the mechanical signal to your cells to start rebuilding. Together, they create what scientists call anabolic synergy. It's nature's perfect partnership between food and motion, and it's accessible to everyone at any age and any condition. Let's be real. Most older adults aren't protein deficient because they don't care. They're protein deficient because they don't know. They think muscle loss is normal. They think weakness is just part of aging. But the truth is, the human body was designed to regenerate for a lifetime. Every single cell in your body has the blueprint for renewal. The only question is, are you feeding that blueprint what it needs? Every bite of lentils sends your body a message that says, keep going, keep building, stay alive. It's not glamorous, it's not a trend, it's biology. A cup a day is enough to keep your muscle machinery running smoothly, your metabolism active, and your independence intact. And if you think it's too late, if you think your body is beyond rebuilding, think again. In a landmark study from McMaster University, men and women in their 70s and 80s gained new muscle tissue in as little as 12 weeks when they combined higher protein diets with mild activity. Age didn't stop them. Inaction did. So maybe you start tonight, you soak a handful of lentils in water. You cook them tomorrow with a drizzle of olive oil, a pinch of salt, and some garlic. You eat them slowly, knowing that every spoonful is doing something deep inside your body, something your muscles will thank you for. You've just taken a small, powerful step toward reversing years of hidden decline. Because in the end, the secret to longevity isn't found in a laboratory or a supplement aisle. It's found in your kitchen. It's found in small, consistent habits that send your body the right signals. Lentils may be humble, but they carry the potential to keep you walking, lifting, laughing, and living on your own terms for decades longer. 1 cup a day. That's all it takes to tell your body, you are still strong, you are still capable, you are still alive. Forget the fads, forget the noise, forget the excuses. Start with 1 bowl of lentils and watch your body remember what it was designed to do, rebuild, renew, and rise again. Because strength doesn't come from youth, it comes from nourishment, consistency, and the simple, powerful decision to care for yourself every single day. Stay strong, stay healthy, and may God bless you and your loved ones. This is Dr. Mandell. I'll see you in the next video.